Hello class. Today's lessons will be focused on what we call stored procedures. So what are stored procedures? Stored procedures are like functions. So in any programming language you have seen already that we've got what we call functions, which allows us to always run a specific block of code whenever we want to run it. We don't have to rewrite it again. We just write it once, and when we want to run it again, we just call that function. The same applies here. So those things are found under programmability. So if you come under programmability, you will find store procedures here, and you can create your own store procedure. So let's say we wanted to create a store procedure wherein we want to always do the select top 1000 display. Remember, this shows us the results within our table of learners. So I will come here and say create a new store procedure, and there's a lot of information you don't need from here which you need to ignore. So I'm going to delete all that information which we don't need. We need to start here where it says create procedure. So do not forget the part we've been speaking about. Use the table, the name of the database that you're working on. So the name of the database I'm working on is relationships. So this one is going to create a procedure, but this use, we're going to cut it for now and we'll paste it where it's more appropriate. So it's going to create a procedure for us. The name of the procedure, we need to give it the name. We'll say show learners. So remember, we're trying to run a procedure for what? For displaying all the learners, meaning we don't want always when we want to see the learners, we right click, we say select top 1000. We want to write a function for it so that we'll just go and click that function and it will work. Okay, so we're now with our store procedures. To show me the right results. It just got some defects because it's running a lot of things in the background. So this will be my store procedure called show learners. It does not have any parameters at all. So I'm going to remove the parameters. And I usually like putting this here. Set non-count, I'm not going to have it. So this part here, which says select, is also not important. So the end must be in line with the begin. So this is how a procedure looks like. You create a procedure S, then you begin, then you give your information inside, then you end your procedure, then you go. The go will activate the execute. So let's see what kind of procedure we're trying to run. We're trying to run select all from learners. There we go. So this is going to display all the information from learners, and the name of my procedure will be called show learners. Let me just copy this for now. If I execute here, so this could not find stored procedure learners. Just give me a second. And we'll go to the previous store procedure. Highlight all. Bring it to this new query. Execute. Okay, we're having issues here with this query. So this is the store procedure that we just executed. It just shown us that command is successfully been stored. So we can refresh, as you have seen in other cases. You will find our store procedure called show learners. So how do we then run this store procedure such that it gives us these results? So what we do, we go and create a new query. We say execute. And what is the name of our store procedure? Show learners. So this should be able to give you the results instead of writing that long statement that we are using to write. So this will then go execute this procedure to give you the same result. So please practice, create as many stored procedures as possible. You can do a procedure for insert, you can do a procedure for delete, a procedure for truncate. Every SQL statement that you are thinking of can be run as a procedure.